if you're a farmer, you got to thank God every day that you can do this. This is really a good career, and if He don't shine on you, you're not going to make a crop.
I specialize in horticulture, but I do deal with fruit orchard in the backyard to the vegetable garden patch.
Right here we do mainly fruit and vegetable research.
We grow organically. I've had a fruit orchard since 1986.
We have to make sure it works. We have to do what we have to do to make that crop produce.
You look back at what the fruits of the Spirit are, those individual aspects.
Love,
joy, peace, patience, kind, goodness,
faith.
You have to be gentle.
Self-control.
All fruit for best production needs to be in full sun. That helps decrease disease issues. But there's a lot of pruning.
It's definitely a long-term commitment. It's not something you just wake up and decide I want to be a peach grower.
Hey Frazer family, I hope you're having a great week. I've been thinking a little bit about sustainability lately. I tweaked my knee last week and I've been limping around the church, and so people have been asking me, hey, what's going on with your knee? And I'll tell them, and about half the people will be like, hey, you're too young to be having those problems. And about half have been like, yep, that shows you're getting old, Ken. So I don't know how to interpret that, but I am thinking about sustainability in the sense that we all want to have a fruitful life, right? And there's things maybe when I was younger that you just grit your teeth and you just use willpower and determination and you're going to make it happen, right? But as you age a little bit and get some experience, you find out maybe what's sustainable isn't just always coming from our own efforts. And of course, as Christians, when we think about our spiritual life, we know that pleasing the Lord, having a spiritually fruitful life, doesn't ever come from the efforts of our own flesh, but rather it comes from the Holy Spirit who's come to dwell within us. And so that's why I'm so excited about our new sermon series that Pastor Chris will be kicking off this next week. It's called Sustain, and it's about nurturing a fruitful life. It's all based on the fruit of the Spirit that are found listed in Galatians chapter 5. We're going to be unpacking that all throughout the summer. And so I just believe God is really going to speak to us through this series on how to have that fruitful spiritual life that can please God and be winsome to the world and really improve our own life experience as we understand how the fruit of the Spirit can operate in our lives. So one of the things I'm especially excited about with this sermon series is that Dr. Jimmy Jeffcoat, our resident theologian here at Frazer, has been putting together this study guide that is actually going to provide lessons to go along with all of the fruit of the Spirit week by week. And so beginning with Pastor Chris's introduction and then through each of the fruits of the Spirit, you're going to have a lesson that you can look at in this study guide. So if you're a part of a small group, maybe a Sunday school class, a Bible study group, you guys could consider this summer using this study guide and going through this study together. And you'll be able to hear the sermon on Sunday, and then the following week in your class talk through what you heard in the sermon, but also the extra material that Jimmy has put together for you with a lot of in-depth Bible study resources. Or maybe if your group is not wanting to do this, maybe you have other plans for your class for this summer, that's okay. You could take this study guide just as an individual and go through it and study it on your own. We're going to have printed copies of this guide available out in the atrium this Sunday, and we'll also have it digitally for you on our website at frazer.church/sustain, or also in the Frazer app. And then the following week, the 30th, we'll be talking about that first fruit of the Spirit, which is love. So we know that's going to be a great week. But what you need to know about the 30th, which is Memorial Day weekend, is that we're going to have a special family worship on that weekend. And what that'll mean is we're going to have services at 9:30 only in our worship center. There will be no 8 o'clock service, no 11 o'clock service, just for that week. We'll all gather together at 9:30. We'll have nursery available for 0 to 5 years old, but for 6 years old and up, we want the whole family to come together. We're working with our children's ministry and our student ministry, kind of breaking up the service into some shorter segments and some creative ways to present the message so that kids of all ages can learn through this and enjoy this experience that's going to be folded into what we're doing with music. Jared's got some creative ideas on how we're going to do worship in a way that will involve all the generations. So this is going to be different from anything we've ever done before in terms of family worship, but we think you're going to love it. If you have kids and grandkids, they're going to love it. But I don't want you to think this is just for the children. All ages, for our adults, older adults, anybody is going to come be a part of this series. You're going to enjoy this moment together on this Sunday to talk about the fruit of the Spirit and enjoy this whole Frazer family worship together. So, hope you will have a great rest of your week. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday, and God bless you.